All right, this is Jeff on the road wearing his beanie, wearing his field jacket, out on the road. Gonna go pick up the grumpy old guy from his work because it's raining. And, yeah, nothing's pretty crazy. If you look at me, I look old now compared to what I was about 10 years ago when we was doing the Star Wars stuff at John Williams and over in Hollywood Bowl. Damn, I aged. Wow. Well, this is what happens when your age starts creeping up on you. So we're going to talk a little bit about aging. I've been to the VA. I go to the VA sometimes twice, 3 times a month. They do blood tests. My liver's a little high. I got a mysterious growth on my shoulder or on my chest. You can tell that my chiclets are jacked up. I've been trying to get these guys forever to fix them. But you got to have 100% disability in order to be able to have them fix them without paying through the nose. I was going to try to get my partials fixed. So anyway, I'm kind of reflecting back here. If somebody sees this video and I just end up, dying of something or car accident, whatever, feeling my mortality, actually, which I'm not. I kind of believe that my life, was an amazing journey to get here. I'm going to be 57 pretty soon. And it's an amazing journey. It's an amazing journey. And, for all the good and bad that has happened in my life, I probably wouldn't change it despite all the good things and a lot of the bad things. Because it helps make you who you are. It helps mold you who you are. And surprisingly, in my life, is, it was met with tragedy early on in the 60s. Actually the early 70s. Well, in the early 60s, my mom got hurt in a bad car accident where her face got tore off in a horrible car accident. And her and my dad ended up having me and my brother, Tony, in the 60s. And then they broke up because my mom or my dad, they get conflicting stories between both of those people. Good or bad or whatever, I have no idea. They broke up. My mom, of course, became a flower child during the 60s, flower power, fight everything. She fell in with bikers. Then my brother dies. So, during that time period of music and all that other stuff and the energy crisis, the man walking on the moon, stuff like that. How can you not reflect back on that? If I'm going to be in my deathbed, if I'm still awake, hooked up to all sorts of tubes and wires and all that other happy crap, I would just think back on there was a lot of bad stuff, but also there was a lot of good stuff. There was a lot of good stuff. I got to play in some bands. I got to be in the military. I didn't get it. I wanted to be a Marine, but, I just didn't have the education at the time to be a Marine, so they pretty much turned me down. So I got to be in the military. I got to serve in the state and for the country, too. I got to go to places like Germany and Italy, Switzerland, Poland. I've been to Egypt, Iraq, Kuwait, Israel. So, I did a little bit of traveling, went down to Mexico. Of course, everybody's been to Mexico. So I did all that good stuff, and I can reflect back on that. And, of course, again, the bands. I had some pretty cool hot rods, Did a lot of naughty stuff like street racing. Surprisingly, I've never gotten a car crash or died from it. So I did a lot of that in my youth because, when you're young, you're invincible. Invincible, baby. You know, I've been to a lot of concerts. Oh my gosh. I don't know how many times I've seen Slayer. Wow! You know. I got to roadie for a band. I got to play in bands. You know. I got to record some albums, which is pretty cool. Got to record with Mournblade. Did 4 albums with them. I mean, come on now. I mean, I got to go to college. Did college for a couple of years with 4.0 grade average. Did some stage acting. Acted in some plays. I got to help build some of the sets. I mean, just good times. Just good times. Have some pretty damn good friends. You know, the old grumpy guy, and then the fat guy, Nick. We call him the fat guy. We shouldn't call him the fat guy, but you know what? He's looking pretty good down. He's been slimming down quite a bit. You know, so I had those guys, and then we got these new guys that we've known for about a year or so. They seem to be pretty cool. You know, I mean, but when you start getting to be my age, you know, you start feeling a little slower, older. My hair's gotten gray. Look how gray it is. You know? Oh, I got tattoos, you know, so I did all that. And some people probably at my age will start feeling their mortality. And I'm not really doing the woe is me, I'm gonna die kind of thing, because, you know, I got some little teeny medical things that's happening, which comes with the aging, you know, and the foods you eat and the stuff you drink. I mean, I don't drink, smoke, or do drugs, so, you know, and I don't indulge in weird sexual practices or anything like that. I mean, I don't do any of that stuff. But you can't stop aging. I mean, the only way you can stop aging is to shoot yourself. But no, it's not like that. So, I mean, if you think about it, you know, you're going to start feeling a little creaky, and, you know, you're going to start feeling a little weird. You know, my eyes got my cataracts taken out. I had 20/20 vision for about a year before my eyes went bad again. And then I started wearing glasses again. Now the VA is worried because my liver enzymes are high. Yep, my kidneys look a little high. So they're all worried about that, you know, and yet I'm still in pretty good physical shape. I still do about 7,000 sit-ups a week. You know, I got a first-degree black belt in Taekwondo. So, I don't know. I mean, you just can't stop the ravages of time. The only thing I can really do is try to age gracefully and age with less pain as humanly possible. I don't really do aspirins. I don't really do any of that crap. And if you get a cold, I don't do any of that stuff. I don't take any of those meds. I just write it out. Drink a lot of water, hydrate, stay warm, stay dry. Because I kind of believe is once I get to that point in my life where I'm going to start needing painkillers and meds, I'm going to at least hopefully will have a functioning liver and stomach to be able to take all that stuff. So, I mean, for all you guys who are watching this video, and like the people at least, you know, older in my age, you know, don't reflect on the bad stuff. Reflect back on the good stuff. Take a good look at your life. And, you know, that's what you want to remember, because it's the only life you have. It's the only one that you will probably more than likely get. Of course, that comes with the religious stuff of being faithful. But, you know, think about it. Think about that, yeah, you're getting older, you're feeling a little more creakier. You know, you got little medical things that are happening. It's all passage of time. The world will keep turning long after you and I are long since past. So make it worthwhile. You know, make it worthwhile. Get more friends. Get more healthier. Try to make your life worthwhile. not only to yourself, but to everybody that's around you. And, you know, that's the kind of message I want to put across. Think about it. Just do your thing. Be cool to people. Don't stress out. Eat a little healthier. Be a little happier. And all will be good. And this is Jeff Blackie. Whoa. Ooh, what was that all about? Jeez. This is Jeff Blackie saying, yo, this is the end of this video.